right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to WHIT Radio's The Final Word. I'm your host, Michael, and today I have a few guests. I have Bria and Julia from The Morning Buzz. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Today we're going to be talking about a continuation on the Snowden incident involving the White House and another and could be final case of violence with Chris Brown. But first, let's talk about the White House. The White House learned this summer that the National Security Agency had tapped the phones of world leaders and ordered a halt to some of the eavesdropping, the Wall Street Journal reported Sunday. Quoting unidentified U.S. officials, the newspaper's website said the wiretapping of about 35 foreign leaders was disclosed to the White House as part of a review of surveillance programs ordered by President Barack Obama after NSA contractor Edward Snowden leaked classified details of the NSA's phone monitoring systems. The White House ordered a halt to the monitoring of German Chancellor Angela Merkel and unspecified other leaders, the newspaper reported. The Journal report did not specify who gave the shutdown order or the date it was issued. So what happens is, after this Snowden incident, it was leaked to the public that the U.S. was using wiretapping to gather intelligence and information from foreign countries and some domestic folks here. The president apparently has ordered, or we don't know who ordered it, a shutdown of any monitoring of foreign ambassadors or anything like that. So is this a good thing? Is this not a good thing? Well, it comes down to, should the president know about who's being wiretapped and who's not? Yes, the president is commander-in-chief. So right there, that's one for President Obama. But we see how he reacted to knowing about these wiretappings. He immediately stopped them. He shut them down. Okay. There does come a time, though, when the information gathered from what we do, from this monitoring, is useful. We need to know what's going on, and sometimes you have to do it surreptitiously, so the information we have is not altered. But apparently Obama does not feel that undercover wiretapping is the way to go. So very interesting on that. Okay, guys. Chris Brown. I know we've been waiting. He's in the news again. What a surprise! But
Team Breezy. Sorry.
Oh my God.
This could be his final time in the news for a few years. So let's talk about this. Singer Chris Brown and bodyguard were arrested Sunday morning and charged with felony assault, the Washington Metropolitan Police Department said. So what a surprise there. The arrest could have serious legal consequences for Brown, who's 24, since he is serving probation for a felony domestic violence convicting relating to his 2009 attack on former girlfriend Rihanna. That's really what started it. We all know what happened there. And he's still on probation for that. He beat her up pretty bad. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Right, Bria? You saw the pictures.
It's not just him, though. It was her, too.
Yeah, he didn't look too worse for wear.
Should never
Wait, we're not done yet. We'll talk about it in a minute. Brown and bodyguard Christopher Hollisey allegedly attacked a man with their fists outside the W Hotel in downtown Washington at 4:25 a.m., Sunday police said. The police incident report obtained by CNN identified the alleged victim as Isaac Adams Parker, who was 20, so right there, a man who's 4 years younger than Brown, of Beltsville, Maryland. Parker did not immediately respond to a CNN call for comments. This is what happened. Parker told the police that he tried to jump into a photo that Brown was posing for with a female fan on the sidewalk. He was trying to photobomb, kind of jump in the background. Right. And the singer said this, and I'm going to not say the words that we shouldn't say on air, but he said, "I'm not down with that gay SH, and I feel like boxing the guy."
He's so annoying. Like, he's not even...
He sounds like a spoiled teenager. He sounds immature. And the problem is, he's 24.
Yeah, he's old. He's getting old.
So after he said that, he felt like boxing. Guess what he did? Parker said that Brown then punched him in the face with a closed fist. You can't do that.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that. he's becoming a danger to the public. This is not the first time we heard about incidents like this. While he's on probation, he does get into violent altercations all the time. I mean, when Chris Brown, when his name makes headline news on CNN, you know that there's a pattern. Yeah. This man is obviously not ready to be out in the real world yet because he's not handling it too well. Violence is not the way to handle situations. It's okay to get angry, but even getting angry at something like this, the man overreacted.
Yeah.
Big time. This is what could happen though. He could be.
I'm concerned about is that the people who were not there, how would they know exactly what had happened? The person probably put a twist on the situation.
Well, Brown didn't deny it.
I know he didn't deny it, but the guy probably did something to make him mad.
Yeah, we just found out. He photobombed him. And there were people there. There was the report from the woman who was taking the photo with Brown. There were other people there. This is confirmed. There were so many other people there. Brown did not deny what he did.
They made him look stupid.
There is no... and here's Brown's bodyguard. Ready?
Okay.
Stands 6'5", weighs 240 pounds, and stepped between them and punched Parker in the face again.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
But that's his job.
To punch people?
No, to protect him.
Did Brown honestly feel like he was in any danger? To be honest?
You never know what can happen.
He
The guy could be a
photobombed him.
psycho.
He photobombed him.
He decided to jump in the picture.
Well, that's his own fault.
And
He
be
put
funny.
himself in a risk situation.
So if I jump in a picture with you, can you hit me?
Are you gonna slap?
Is that an acceptable?
No.
Is that an acceptable
All right, so
reaction?
What's the difference
But
between...
that's different.
It's
that's
not
him.
different.
It's not.
Just because this man is in a spotlight doesn't make it different. Matter of fact, because he is in a spotlight, he should be more careful because he is such a public image and role model to young people around the world.
I agree. You know what's funny? For cheerleading, because all these, including because people are going to college and stuff, we're supposed to have a clean image.
Right.
We have to be, always on top of our game, and we have to clear all our social networks and clean it up and, fix all our things. And he's obviously so famous. I don't know why he would make himself look bad.
He has so much stuff going on with him too, though. It's not just it's all bad. You have to get in deep with him to not just assume things from what you hear and what you see and stuff like that.
He does it in public though.
I know, and
He
then
puts
people
himself out
automatically
there.
assume that he's a bad person and he just.
So why would he display
Well, let me
a
tell you
bad
something.
image?
So, someone that has a record of violence is usually not a good person, despite what they do. I mean,
And it's all abuse too.
if Mahatma Gandhi was a violent person, he would not be looked at the same way he was now, despite if he also balanced it out with good things, because bad outweighs good, especially certain degrees of bad. Violence is unacceptable. You can't have it.
And you don't forget it too.
You don't forget that. We're not talking about a verbal altercation, although that's what it started with. It escalated to violence, which is never acceptable, especially when you're in the public eye.
This is Mr. P. I just want to interrupt. Brianna, Bria, you kind of rolled your eyes a little bit when Michael said that Chris Brown beat Rihanna up. Is there any justification for that? Is there any justification for a man beating on a woman?
I mean, I'm just mad about the fact they put all of the, they put it all on him, it was all his fault. But Rihanna was the one who started it first by looking at his phone and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's not,
Oh my
that's
God.
not violence.
Is that okay to beat her?
They were in a small Lamborghini car. They were drunk, coming from a Clive Davis party.
Yes.
And they got into a car accident because the girl was arguing with him. It kept bothering him while he was driving the car.
Right.
And I don't know.
Is that a reason to go off on her and beat her up?
She hit him too.
But she's
she hit first.
Okay,
She's a
Bria,
woman.
So, all right, let's.
I understand, you don't hit a woman though, but it was kind of her fault
No.
though.
It wasn't her fault.
He should have controlled himself.
You have to control yourself. And I'm not sure how big Rihanna is. How big is she? Is she a big girl? Is she bigger than Chris Brown?
They're both skinny.
Is she taller? Is she more muscular than Chris Brown?
She's older.
I didn't ask that.
I know.
Physically, she's probably
Smaller.
She's probably smaller. I don't actually have her statistics as far as height and weight, but even that doesn't make a difference. Even if it was two men fighting, Chris Brown should have been the bigger person. And as I said, this is not the first time or the second time. We've done shows like this before, where Chris Brown makes headlines because he's beating someone up. And this is not our first show or our second show because of it. He's always making our headlines. And he's a waste of time right now. He really is. He's a waste of space and tab space on CNN.com. And honestly, I think he should be put away for as long as he deserves. Until he gets it that you don't act like an animal out there in the real world.
You're famous. Yeah.
Especially because you're famous, because you are such a role model and an example. That'll do it, guys. That was the final word. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into WHIT Radio's Final Word. See you.
Team Breezy. I don't care.
God.